Everyone get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, and welcome to another of my replays. Today I'm looking at a match I had in my Caernarvon, and I've actually had this tank, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now, but I've been basically grinding through the stock turret and grinding through using the stock turret and stock gun. And in the stock configuration, it's actually not a terrible tank. It's basically the 17-pounder and the turret of the Black Prince, and it's pretty much a machine gun. The penetration, however, sucks, so it limits what you can do with it. But I have to say, I've played much worse stock tanks than the Caernarvon. But anyway, I finally, as you can see, I've got the top turret, I've got the first of the 20-pounder guns, and it really does transform the tank. It makes it, it's like a whole new tank. Well, it pretty much is. The Caernarvon in of itself, I mean, the hull is pretty weak. The upper front plate can be pretty troll, but the stock turret is actually stronger than the upgraded turret because the numbers don't tell you everything when you look at the stats, the armor stats for the turrets. The Black Prince turret actually has a strip of fairly strong 200mm armor on the front of it, which will bounce a lot of shots. This is actually weaker, and the gun mantlet is also considerably weaker on this thing, so it's not a well-armoured machine particularly. You can bounce shots off the upper front plate, especially if you're angled, but most of the time you do not want to sit and take shots. You don't really want to brawl. You basically want to make best use of the pretty damn fantastic guns. Now there we go, that was not really even fully aimed, but this gun has, I think it's 2.3 second aiming time. The top gun, the 20-pounder Type B, has a 1.9 second aiming time. This is a tier 8 heavy tank, bear in mind, so that's fairly ridiculous, and I really can't wait to actually have that gun unlocked. It's one of the few tier 8 heavies where you really do not need a gun laying drive, just because the aim time, even on the first 20-pounder, is pretty good. On the second 20-pounder, it is downright phenomenal. And you can use that in a variety of ways. You can combine it with the accuracy, and basically you can be a sniper with this thing, because you've also got 400-meter view range with this top turret. And you can see there I've got the binoculars equipped as well, so that even further buffs my view range when I'm sitting still, obviously. But you could also use optics quite profitably, because 400 meters is very good, and the accuracy of the gun, the rate of fire, the aim time. This is it's a machine that you can use well for sniping, but it's also a machine where you can do this pretty profitably. You can just basically peekaboo, and you might look at the alpha of the gun and you think, nah, that's not really a peekaboo machine, but actually, once you have that 20-pounder gun, and I think once you have the engines unlocked as well, because as of making this video I only had the stock engine still, you can use that tremendous aim time to your advantage and just pop out, pull back, shoot people in between, and stay safe that way. So you don't really want to be doing head-on brawling, but sorry, never frog my throat there. You don't want to really be doing head-on brawling, but for popping out and shooting people and then pulling back, it really is an excellent machine. Now, I wasn't being too yeah, that guy saw me coming. The fact that I was using the stock engine, and the fact that this guy was not looking at me a lot of the time, I was not being that cautious. But you know, it would have been a lot better with, you can see the bounce mark of the T-34 shot there. It would have been a lot better with the top engines. It would have been a lot more responsive. I have since making this, not recording this video, since playing this game, for goodness sake, I have since playing this game unlocked the second engine, which makes a fair bit of difference. A ways off having the top engine yet, but I suspect that will again help. It's not an especially fast machine, but once you have the extra acceleration from those engines, it's going to be fairly nice. But the main thing about this tank is the absolutely excellent characteristics of the 20-pounder gun. Now, unfortunately there I managed to yeah, hit his track, so it doesn't really work out for me. Can I get another shot in? Nope! Miss again. Well done. Went into his tracks twice in a row, didn't even track him. Like I said, the alpha on this thing is not amazing, but you can't really complain about it on all other regards, because it is a very, very good gun. And it is actually the kind of gun that suits me just perfectly. Now, we've cleared out this area here. We're winning 8-4, so this is a fairly comfortable lead. But I'm without support at the moment. I'm down to half health, and I can probably take one shot from the SU, but maybe not because he's got the derp gun. So I'm doing the same peekaboo tactics again, only this time it's a heck of a lot more risky because that shell could potentially end me. So we've got T-44 as well. So between us we can take him, but the question is, will we both come out of it alive? So there we go. That's a in a tank with a longer aim time, in a Soviet tank or even some of the American tanks, that would have been a very, very low percentage shot. There I pulled out a bit too far. I don't know quite why I pulled out that far, but he fired and missed, and that was it for him. So now we're moving up, and there's a Foch still unaccounted for, but I have a suspicion he's going to be up ahead somewhere, because that's usually, you find at least one tank destroyer in that area. And given the fact that we had artillery in this game, it's not actually an awful place to be. But the main limitation of camping there is you are limited by your render range, how much you can actually shoot. Anyway, there he is, there's that Foch. Managed to get one shot in. I was kind of hoping, if I'd taken the time I could have tracked him. That time I wasn't even really aiming to track him, so I just pulled back, because he's looking my way, but that then leaves the T-44 to just shoot his side all day long. And there's a Type 59 incoming as well. So I'm just have to be patient here. I've done a fair bit of damage, you know, 2500 damage with 200 and whatever it is average alpha. That's not bad. That's pretty respectable. It's just such a lovely gun, this. I really like it, and it's actually made me think that I'd quite like to go try the two Centurions as well, because they also get the 20-pounders. Although the Centurion 7-1 gets something else, that gets 105mm. L1A1 or whatever it is called. So we can sneak that kill. Yep, there we go. And again, I really didn't have to spend that long aiming there. I just let the shot fly, and I knew there was a pretty good chance it would actually go where I wanted it to. So there's just a Type 59 left now. And like I said, stock engines, so I'm not going to get there in time, right? And I have to say, even with the stock engine, I think this has got like a 35 km/h top speed. With the stock engine, you're not really going to hit that unless you're going downhill. But once you get the second and obviously the third engine will be even better, it does make a difference. So yeah, it's sluggish in its stock state, but if you persist with the Caernarvon, it's a very rewarding machine. And there we go, despite the fact that there was, I don't know how many tanks closer than me. 4? Yes, 4. 4 tanks closer than me. Boom, that was still, I managed to ninja that last kill, so that was a pretty nice result, and I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm glad I decided to try the Caernarvon in the first place, because I like this tank. I've decided it is everything that say the IS-3 isn't, but it's got equal penetration, and it's just the 20-pounders. I cannot praise these guns enough. They are fantastic. So that was 3k damage and 4 kills, and I actually got the top score in that match, which is always nice. But I walked away from that with a decent amount of profit as well. And given that was my daily double, that was also quite a nice amount of XP. And you can see there actually also sniper medal, because 21 shots, 20 hits, 19 penetrations, although a couple of those, you know, the two on the enemy Centurion were both criticals. Unfortunately, I didn't get any damage out of that, but on the whole, that was a fairly decent match, and it shows you what the 20-pounder can do. The rapid rate of fire, the good penetration, and the absolutely amazing aim time on these guns are just, oh. I'm not saying I have a new tier 8 favourite, but I'm definitely going to be playing the Caernarvon quite a lot. And like I said, once I've got sufficient spare credits and I can summon up the will to go through the Comet, I think I'm probably going to have fun in the Centurions as well, but that might be a ways off before I get to that stage. So if you enjoyed this video, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment, you can go check out my Facebook page where I post various news and stuff, and did I mention you can subscribe to my channel? Yeah, you can subscribe to my channel as well. And of course, as always, stay tuned for more.